Welcome to the Dr. Renee Sunday Show, where it's not too late to shine. We bring you transformative information for small business owners, entrepreneurial insight, wisdom, and secrets to aid you to be seen, be heard, and get paid, to catapult your life to more impact, success, and freedom. Now, please welcome your host, the platform builder herself, Dr. Renee Sunday.
This is Dr. Renee Sunday, and welcome to the Dr. Renee Sunday Show podcast. We want to say thank you for supporting us in everything that we do. We want to take that time out because you know what? We do cherish you. We thank you because you're downloading us on iTunes, you're checking us out on YouTube, you're on our website, you're on social media. Guess what? You're following us everywhere. And we thank you truly for that. Okay? All right. We want to just say, things in life, we have to make sure that we have a strategy. It's great to have an idea. It's great to have ideas. It's great to have passion. But what are we doing with the idea? What are we doing with the passion? Do we have a step-by-step roadmap? Do we have a step-by-step walkthrough on paper? I say on paper. I know a lot of people like, putting it in their telephones or iPad or laptop or whatever the case may be. But the key is you have to have a strategy. And you have to have an ABCDEF sometimes of a strategy. But you got to at least have 2 to 3, really and truly. And so we wanted to talk about in this session the 3 life-changing podcast hosting sites you can't live without. Now, that makes you kind of wonder, like, you can't live without them. But you actually need to be able to pick at least one of them, and then you can expand from there. Okay? So what we're going to do real quickly, we're going to take a little commercial break. And then when we come back, we're going to dive into these. And we want to actually make sure that you have your pen and paper. And, of course, you'll be able to download these later that you could actually listen to at a different time. But we want to actually let you check out one of these amazing singles, When You Have a Dream. Because when you have a dream, you got to still do what I just said, right? When you have that dream, that idea, you have to have a strategy. And we'll be right back. Check out this amazing hit. This is the Dr. Renee Sunday podcast. We'll be right back.
To all the dreamers out there, this is your time to soar like never before. This is your time to dream bigger like never before. This is your time to birth forth your dream. When you have a dream in your heart, don't let nobody take it. Just keep on walking, even when it's dark. Run on
Dr. Christmas George is actually part of that single. We just want to know, when you have a dream, it's an amazing thing, but we got to make sure we have an execution. We have to have a plan after we have the amazing dream, right? So we're going to talk about, I am Dr. Renee Sunday, the platform builder. We're going to talk about 3 life-changing podcast hosting sites. Well, first of all, you know what a podcast is. If you don't know, just to be clear, a podcast, in my opinion, is just a tool that we can actually share our message. And we actually need to be able to, guess what, give valuable information that people can actually make a wise decision, solving a problem for someone. And that's what we do every time we come on the Dr. Renee Sunday Show podcast, right? And again, shout out, thank you so much for supporting us. So the first thing is, when you have a podcast, amazing people want to be on iTunes. You know, you want people to download them. You want people to actually view it on iTunes. But to actually make it efficient on the back end, you have to have a hosting site, just like a website has a hosting site, just like email marketing. You know, it actually, we don't see the back end of it, but it actually has a whole system that actually helps it run efficient, right? So that's what we're going to do about the podcast hosting site or the podcast hosting website. The first one we want to talk about is, you know, some of these, let me say this real quickly. Some of these actually have a low cost, but the majority of the ones that I've come across that's actually of great value, they actually, you know, it's a cost to it, okay? And then I'll tell you what I actually use and what we're going to be, combination of kind of what we use, because I kind of, on the back end, kind of have changed things to actually facilitate my brand. But the first one we want to talk about is Podbean, and you probably have heard of that. Podbean. That's Podbean. Now, the great thing about it's actually been around a long time. And actually the ones that I will be talking about with this session, they've been around a long time. And actually it works, it supports video, so the people out there that's doing video component with their podcast. It actually also, you can have advertisers if you know, when you do that marketplace. It's great for partners, and so they can actually get their coverage as well when you put your podcast there. It's easy that you can monetize it. You can actually, fans can subscribe, and you can deliver your podcast pretty easy. It has a dashboard in the back, and you'll be able to put up your branding depending on what package that you pick, and then you can submit your episodes, the description, and you actually can have products that you actually, meaning that, you know, your advertiser can actually have that. So the great thing about it, if you don't do the premium level, you do have pop-ups and stuff like that. The pricing, actually, you can actually have, it's free to get started, but then they allow you 5 hours of upload a month with 100 gigaband bandwidth. The paid version allows, you know, you can go up to, at the time of this recording, it's about $100 a month that you can have unlimited storage, bandwidth, and you have advanced design. And then you also have an ad marketplace that you can actually immediately have, guess what, sponsor. Now, I ain't going to say sponsor, let me just change that, advertising, because that's a difference. When you have ads on there, and then if someone clicks on that ad while they're listening to your podcast, you get an actual some money from that. So more affiliate marketing, if you're familiar with that, kind of on that same platform as that. But the thing about it is a fee. It can, at the time of this recording, it can be all the way up to about $100 a month. Now, the other one that I want to talk about while we're here is Libsyn, Libsyn. Again, Libsyn. It's been around a good while, too. It's been around about 2004. It is a Bob into a one-stop shop kind of for hosting and also monetization. So actually to understand, it actually embeds things like your geographical area, your social media stats, your downloads, and many, many more features. Actually, people can subscribe as well, so they'll get a notification. And same thing, you can actually do that, just a caveat to say, you can do that actually on iTunes as well. But the revenue model, the share model that they have, it can range from 70 to 80% depending on the number of subscribers you have. So the more subscribers you have, the more the share of the monetization side is actually much, much better. It's a custom. You can actually customize, what plays and what published. You can be in multiple directories, so you can be in the motivational area, business, depending on what your podcast actually stands for. Of course, they're not going to put you in, let's say, animal if you actually in business, or let's say, you sell those products. So the good thing about it is you can have multiple podcasts, and the key is the higher the tier you go, meaning the more that you invest into this program, Libsyn, you can actually make great monetization. People always ask me how you monetize. Right? This is the recording for you, okay? Now the price at the time of this recording can range from $5 to $40 or more for every month. For every month. Now, this is an investment. In order for you to, the old saying is, in order for you to make money, you actually have to give some money, right? Right? Okay. But the thing about it, and let me say this too, there's so many podcast hosting sites out there. If you actually have a great tribe, meaning your audience listen to you, you actually can design your own, right? And if people want to invest in your podcast or your media group, you actually can use this as a supplement. So you'll be making money in many, many different areas. And that's the whole thing about having extra streams or another stream of income. Okay? Yes. Yeah, we want to give you information. Someone just texted in and said, Dr. Sunday, you giving us information behind the scenes of how you're making money with your podcast. Yes, I am, because the key is to help other people as well. Not just it's enough for everybody. It's not just one person. It's enough for everybody. And if everybody gets that in their spirit, if everybody gets that in their mind, this world actually will be a better place. Now, the last one I want to talk about is a combination of what I use as well. It's called Speaker. Speaker is a simple, I would say simple, podcast hosting platform. It focuses on a few features that I want to go through that I really like. It actually has its own app, and I forgot to say it with the other two. They do have an app as well that you can download in your store, your cell phone store, your Apple, your Android store. You actually can use this to record your episodes without even going live. You also can do that, of course, with Anchor. Anchor is a free model as well. But the key is doing it on Speaker is you can do a lot of different things in regards of your analytics, okay? So first of all, you have your own studio. You can record episodes without going live. It also has the analytics to let you know who's listening, your listening numbers, your download numbers, your location of your audience, and your traffic sources, okay? So how did people find you? That happens if you enter Facebook ads. Those analytics are very important. So the thing that I really like about Speaker is very low, it's low cost, right? And then you can actually get all these numbers, because these numbers will actually help you when you can actually advertise, or if you want someone else to be on your platform, if you have several other podcasts under your media group. So, excuse me, the other thing you actually can do is it's an auto publication. It's auto push, if you will, over to YouTube, actually to your show webpage, and also, look, and actually you hit one button, it actually will go over to Twitter, it'll go to Facebook, it'll go to SoundCloud, and it'll go to iHeartRadio. Just one button. The thing that we tend to do, some behind-the-scenes information, what we do is we actually go in and upgrade our keywords on YouTube, though. We do that, okay? And then we share back on the social media from YouTube, because you want your leverage to be higher on YouTube as well. Exactly, right? You want to get those 10,000, the magic number at the time of this recording. You want people to actually listen to your YouTube as well. The other thing that I really like is the interface is pretty easy. Actually, the person that handles this in our group is actually, millennials could do it, anything. But, it's pretty easy for you to actually have another staff member to do it, or it's straightforward if you want to do it, if you want to take on that task in your publication. Your media group. Now, let's talk about pricing. They have entry-level pricing. They have packages $50 a month. At the time of this recording, it's $50 a month. It is limited by the number of hours of content that can be hosted with the free plan. Now, you can start off free, but then it's a limitation of how much that you can actually have with the free plan. So you actually, you can go up to a larger plan that gives you about 1,500 hours of podcast. Isn't that amazing? Yes. So there are some ones out there that's cheaper, but you have to really go through and see what's best for you. We use a combination of people always ask what we use. We customize our back end, and we actually still use the dashboard. And actually, one of my team members actually does the back end Block Talk Radio. If you actually look at their pricing, if you adding your own branding, it's a higher price. So we actually have the one that actually you can add your own branding. The key is it's really easy to do. When you go up on your different categories, you can have 5 or 6 or 7 at the time of this recording. You can have many shows per day. And with our media group, we do have other people that actually have shows on our platform. And so that is an easy platform that we could actually use by a click of a button. Actually, really and truly, because, our millennials can do anything, but even a 7-year-old probably could do it, because it lights up like it's a computer. So you're just pushing a button. And the way we have ours set up, our intro comes on automatic, right? And then when we finish, automatically by one button, all of our podcast interviews, if we're doing it live or airing it, will go automatically over to the different, the speaker, and then to the YouTube, the social media, and all those type of things. So the key is you have to make an investment. Sometimes it may be a combination. You're playing one platform and another, but the whole key is actually to get a monetization of your platform. Now, a lot of people say, well, Dr. Sunday, when do you start doing monetization? Really and truly, when you do before you start the podcast, right? But of course, when you start your podcast, you need to make sure that you're actually doing some monetization. Okay? You got to do monetization. Now, speaking of monetization, we're going to actually take a quick commercial break so we can actually continue to do our monetization here at the Dr. Renee Sunday Show. And we're going to that came in right good. So we're going to actually do a couple of commercials, and we'll be right back. This is the Dr. Renee Sunday Show podcast. We'll be right back.
This is John Schamberger, founder and CEO of Millionaires Trainings Only. We are proud to support and listen to Good Deeds Live every Mondays and Thursday at 5:30 Eastern Standard Time with your host, the platform builder, Dr. Renee Sunday. So remember, wherever your mind can conceive and believe in your purpose, it can achieve. And don't stop. Get it, get it.
Woohoo! We just love Millionaires in Training almost only. And go over there and check them out because they actually have their own radio show. They actually have paraphernalia. So please, please support them and the things that they're doing. And also I want to let you know that we do have a nonprofit organization called the Sunday Dream Centers. Also under that umbrella is the Sunday Foundation. And what we do is we help the things we take for granted for. You know, we take a lot of things for granted. You know, if someone actually needs something to eat, if someone has an insecurity when it comes to food, shelter, clothing, we actually take care of that. If your child needs to have educational funds because you may have educational insecurities, we take care of that. If we actually need help in your business, you know, business insecurities, we take care of that, okay? So actually go to our website, and we'll actually, you know, you can go through to ReneeSunday.com, but you actually can go through, at the time of this recording, SundayFoundation.org, and to get some information about that. You know, the thing about it is we need to be able to help somebody else as we go on this journey. Because to me, that's what it's all about. It's helping somebody else. It's way beyond what I am, okay? Now, just to recap, on this broadcast, we talked about the 3 life-changing podcast hosting sites. You know, we can't live without them because you wanted to monetize your platform. We talked about Podbean. We talked about Libsyn. We talked about Speaker. And also, I want to let you know that's what I do. I teach people how to launch and have a profitable website. So if you actually want to take that, we have a mastermind, a 4-week mastermind. Actually, you can go to podcastprofitformula.com. Again, it's called podcastprofitformula.com. We actually, if you want to do a VIP session and get it all and set up your podcast in one day, we do have that. So we actually, you know, let us know. Go to our website, ReneeSunday.com, and we'll let you know what that looks like. Because I love people that want to take action, but we got to make sure we have the foundations in place. Okay? But we want to thank you for joining in for this amazing broadcast. We dropped some amazing gems, so don't forget to download it on iTunes or download it on Speaker or even download it, look at it several times over on our website and also on YouTube, okay? And, of course, we'll have it on social media, okay? But I want to let you know that we love you here at the Dr. Renee Sunday Show podcast. If you want to be a guest, you can actually go to our website, which is ReneeSunday.com. That is RENEE Sunday, SUNDAY. And also, mental health is real. I am a board-certified anesthesiologist. So if you need to talk, I am a counselor as well. I'm a counselor and a grief coach as well. So we can talk. Of course, I will refer you. We got a directory because it's time for us to be healed. It's time for us to do what we actually was born to do. Okay? Again, our website is ReneeSunday.com. For the podcast mastermind, that's 4 weeks that you can launch your own. We dive deep and get the tools and strategies that you need. The website is podcastprofitformula.com. I want you to know that you do have a calling. You do have a reason you were born. You're not a mistake. We have to do 3 things. We have to believe, we have to trust, and we have to walk it out. We have to don't stop. We have to get it. And what are we getting? We're getting our purpose, and we're getting our purpose now. You know, this is the Dr. Renee Sunday Show. I love you so much, and I'm so glad you can't do anything about it. But anyway, I love you, and thank you for loving me. Okay? We'll see you next time on the Dr. Renee Sunday Show podcast. See you next time. Bye-bye.